we will study in this video, that is the types of natural selection. In last video we studied the examples of natural selection, and now we'll discuss the types of natural selection. So usually have three different types of natural selection, in which the first is the stabilizing natural selection or the balancing type of natural selection. Now what happens during stabilizing or balancing type of natural selection? So during such type of natural selection, the nature selects intermediate types. And nature eliminates the extreme types. Will I understand this selection of nature by taking an example of sickle cell anemia. So in African continent, that is in Africa, what happens? We have the genotype for this sickle cell anemia as HbA, which is the extreme condition. Then the intermediate condition, that is HbA and HbS, and again another extreme condition, that is HbS and HbS. So what happens in Africa? Let's see. Because in Africa the nature selects the person having this type of genotype. Why? Because they are resistant to the malaria. This mutation it provides that organism or that human beings are resistant to the malaria, and these person having HbA, as we know, these are more prominent to the malaria, and this condition, the person having such type of genotype, they will die before maturity. So what nature is selecting? The nature is selecting intermediate type, and it is eliminating the extreme types. So if we draw a graph here, so this will be the graph. In this graph, here are the organisms which have HbA and HbA as genotype, HbA and HbA. Now the nature is selecting such type of persons, so they will be largest in number. So the intermediates are selected by nature, so they will be larger in number, and the person having HbA and HbS, they are selected by nature, so they are large in number. Now the organism that is HbS and HbS, they will be least in number, so they are extreme condition, that is HbS and HbS. What happens after some time? The nature selects intermediate condition, so the graph steeply rises upward. So here we have the HbA and HbA condition, and because the nature selected the HbA and HbS, so the largest number of human beings, they will fall in the condition that is HbA and HbS. So these people will have HbA and HbS, and the least people will have, that is HbS and HbS. So in this condition, what nature selected? The nature selected the intermediate type, and it eliminated the extreme types. And it selected only the intermediate type. And such type of natural selection, it is known as stabilizing natural selection or the balancing natural selection, in which nature selects the intermediate types and it eliminates the extreme types. Here the extreme type is this one and this one, which was eliminated by nature, for a particular environmental condition, and for that particular environmental condition the nature selected the HbA and HbS because these persons are resistant to malarial parasites. That's why the nature selected the intermediate type and eliminated the extreme types. Now the second example of or the second type of natural selection is directional or progressive natural selection. Now in directional or progressive natural selection, nature selects the most adapted ones or most fitted ones, and it eliminates the unfitted ones, eliminates less fitted. So in directional or progressive natural selection, the nature selects the most adapted organism and it will eliminate the less fitted or less adapted organism. Now we will discuss this directional or progressive natural selection by taking an example of moths in England. Moths in case of England. So what happened in England? The before industrialization, when the environment was free from pollution, at that time the population of grey moth was much larger in comparison to the black moth. So here we will discuss the grey and black moths. So when the industrialization have not occurred, that means before industrialization, the population of this grey moth was much larger. So the population of grey moth was much larger. So this represents the grey moth, and the population of black moth was much less. So here is the black moth. Reason we have already discussed in last video, because before industrialization pollution was absent. Due to absence of pollution in environment, lichens present on the bark of plants, and because lichens are grey in color, so these grey moth they prevented from predation or they hide themselves from their predators, due to which they survived, they reproduced and their number got increased. So before industrialization, the number of grey moth was much larger in comparison to the black moth. But when the industrialization occurred after some years, that means after industrialization, what happened? So after industrialization, the conditions got changed. Conditions got changed means the industrial industries, when they get set up, they resulted in release of large amount of smoke or soot, due to which the pollution was there in the environment, and in polluted environment these lichens got disappeared, and when lichens got disappeared, the bark of the tree it got covered by the black color of smoke or soot. So at that time, when the bark of the tree it covered by black color or it got black color, the black colored moth they were able to survive because they hide themselves from the predation or prevented themselves from predation. But grey colored moth they are easily visible and they got predated by their predators. So after industrialization, the number of black colored moth it increased. So number of black colored moth got increased. These are the black colored moths, and the number of grey colored moth it got decreased. So such type of natural selection it is known as directional or progressive natural selection, because we are moving towards progress, towards the industrialization. That's why it is progressive or directional type of natural selection. Now the third type of natural selection is disruptive natural selection. Disruptive natural selection. In this disruptive natural selection, the nature selects extreme types and nature eliminates intermediate types. So in case of disruptive natural selection, nature is selecting the extreme types and it is eliminating the intermediate types. Now we'll discuss this disruptive natural selection by taking an example of snails. So in case of snails, we have three colors. That is white colored snails. First one. The second is brown colored snails, and the third is black colored snails. Now the genotype for these colors, that is for black color it is homozygous dominant B. For brown color, because it is an intermediate condition, the heterozygous dominant, that is B and small b. And white, it is a recessive color, the genotypes are small b and small. Now what happened in this case, the brown color is intermediate condition, so this is a intermediate condition, and the white color and the black color, they are extreme type conditions. So what happened in this case, the nature will select the extreme conditions and it will eliminate the intermediate condition. So as these snails, they are found near sea, so where the mud is white or the soil is white in color, usually it is white in color. So due to this reason, because the soil present near oceans, it is white in color, these white colored snails, they got prevented or they hide themselves from the predators, and as they hide themselves from predators, their number got increased. At the same time, some rocks were also found near oceans, and these rocks are black in color. So black colored rocks, and due to presence of these black colored rocks, these black colored snails, they prevented themselves from predation. And it resulted in increased number. So the white snails increased in number. Why? Because near oceans the soil is white. The white snails hide themselves or prevented themselves from predation, and they survived. Then they reproduced and increased their number. The next case, that is, as we know, near oceans the rocks were found. The rocks are black in color. So these black colored snails also prevented themselves from predation, and they survived, carried out the reproduction and increased their number. So both these, they increased in their number, but there is no as such brown colored component near oceans. So these brown colored snails, they are easily visible and are predated by their predators. So easily visible and predated by their predators. So their number got decreased. So what nature is selecting here, in this case, the nature is selecting the extreme types and it is eliminating the intermediate type. Now we'll understand this example by in our graphical form. So in this case, what happened, as we denoted that for white color we have taken small b as homozygous recessive form. Brown color, which is an intermediate condition, we have taken as capital B and small b, that is heterozygous dominant. And for black color we have taken capital B and capital B, that is homozygous dominant. So what happens in this case? Suppose if brown colored organisms are more, brown colored organisms are more in number. So in this graph we are representing the white colored moles which are present in extreme, that is white colored snails, that is denoted by the genotype small b and small b, and then the intermediate condition, that is the brown colored. So this is the brown colored, these are brown colored snails having genotype as capital B and small b, and the black colored snails are present in extreme, that is capital B and capital B. So here we have the white colored snails extreme position, here we have the black colored snails extreme position, and in intermediate condition we have the brown colored snails. But what nature selects after some time, because these white were able to prevent themselves from predation and black were able to prevent themselves from the predation, but these brown colored snails, they are unable to prevent themselves. So what happened? The population of white and this population of white and black increased in number, that is extreme positions increased in number and intermediate decreased in number. So the extreme position having white colored snails, that is small b and small b, it increased in number, and another extreme position, that is black snails, they also got increased in number, that is capital B and capital B. But the snails that is brown in color, they decreased in number, they decreased in number. So here we have the brown colored snails in this position, that is capital B and small b. So such type of natural selection, it is known as disruptive natural selection, in which nature selects extreme types and nature eliminates the intermediate types. So in this case the extreme types are selected. So extreme, that is small b and small b, capital B and capital B, that is for white and black, they increased in number, and the intermediate type, it got decreased in number. So nature selected the extreme types and eliminated the intermediate types. Thank you, students.